What's up, everyone? Hey, this is James Quilty, and welcome to the next video in our SLO series. So today we're going to be covering the Godfather. Hey, what's up, everyone? This is James Quilty, and welcome to today's video in our SLO series. Today, I'm really excited because in this video, we are going to go over the self-liquidating offer of what people have referred to the Godfather of attraction marketing, and that is Mike Dillard. Why Mike Dillard is, and why I decided, to highlight Mike Dillard and what he did, way back, in the day. Well, because he was the first person to actually, use techniques from direct response marketing, and he applied it to network marketing. And his product, or his SLO product that he would use, that got people into his opportunity when he had failed so many times before, was magnetic sponsoring. And all it was applying the strategies and techniques that direct marketers had been using, specifically Dan Kennedy, and he applied it to the network marketing industry. And he was the first person to actually do it, which is why he got the title the Godfather of attraction marketing. And he was the one that ended up not only becoming one of the top money earners in his company, he also was able to go on to build a huge and successful publishing company. On top of that, he went on to just become a really big successful entrepreneur after that. And that was his foundation that sparked everything. So I think it's important that we go over that, because he was the one that started it all right? And so we're going to go over his SLO. And before we do, let's go ahead and let's bring up our outline. All right. So remember, I talked about, the SLO formula, your target market, your free cheat sheet, a generic information product, you get a done for you program, then your network marketing product or service, you have the sales funnel, and then the follow-up system, right? So this is that framework that pretty much all self-liquidating offers follow in order to bring in enough cash to liquidate yourselves to cover all of your advertising costs. Not only that, but to make sure that you can spend more on advertising so you can crush your competition, and then you're acquiring customers for free, and then pitching them on the back end your product or service for your network marketing opportunity. All right, so we've gone over these SLOs so far, but now we're going to cover Mike Dillard's. Okay, and so let's go ahead and bring up. Let's pull this up. Okay, this is Mike Dillard's SLO. Okay, and so his first process was, he didn't actually have a cheat sheet. He had a 7-day video boot camp. So he took a little different approach, but it's pretty much the same concept. And this is what brought people into his world, right? And these are 3 different landing pages for 3 different products that brought people in, right? And then he brought them through his process. But the very first one was this one up front right here, and it was a 7 video boot camp, and it was teaching network marketers how to actually market using the same principles that he had learned from Dan Kennedy, from his direct response days. All right, and then from that, it brought people to his self-liquidating offer, which was magnetic sponsoring, and he sold that for, I believe it was like $47. Now he also later on he added in another front-end product, which was building on a budget. What's another thing that network marketers are always having a problem with? They don't have the funds in order to advertise, right? They spend everything on their initial package, right? So he created building on a budget, and how to pretty much advertise for free on the internet. Now you have to remember, this was back in the early 90s, and so there was no sales funnels per se. Everything was done HTML. Everything had to be coded, and so he did it the old school way, but he was still able to make it work, and he was the one that became super successful. So these were the front end products that he brought in after the boot camp. And let's see, I want to bring this up really quick. Okay, so this one right here was building on a budget. Okay, and now he started with magnetic sponsoring, and when that finally took off, and he was sharing it with his because originally he talked about that magnetic sponsoring was a marketing manual that he would give his team, right? And then everyone in his company started seeing his team explode, want to know what he was doing, and they kept begging him, hey, can we do what you're doing? And that was when he turned it into a generic product, right? So this was the landing page for building on a budget. And then this one was his third, product, which was black belt recruiting. Right. What's another issue that people have, in network marketing is they don't know how to recruit properly. So he had a product which is called black belt recruiting that brought people into his process. So anyways, this was the front end products that he brought him in. And once people brought them in, then he would upsell them on his inner circle, which was a continuity program. And it was basically a marketing newsletter that he would send out every month, with new tips and strategies and what was working and what can you do to explode your business. And that was like $37 a month that he would charge, I believe. And then from there, then he would upsell his customers his product or service for his network marketing opportunity. And then later on the back end, he would also add in, as this is fueling the machine, some high-end products. Okay, he had, like I said, he had black belt recruiting, which taught, I think it was like, that was like $97, I believe. Now, the big ones were the MLM traffic formula, which was a step-by-step detailed course on how to set up this whole process. So he basically took what he did with magnetic sponsoring, and then he broke it down step by step how to put all that stuff together. And then he sold this course. And then he had his most expensive course, which was the copywriting mastery course. Now, excuse me. So now the big thing you need to know about Mike Dillard was he loved writing. And so he decided, to become a copywriting expert, because in his eyes, he thought that if he could be really good at copywriting, then, that was, his ticket to, open up, all sorts of, things. And so that was a skill that he focused on. Right. And so then he put together a course on how to actually become a copywriter, how to write, advertising. But that is pretty much what he did in order to explode his business. Now, the cool thing was that what Mike Dillard did was he took this whole system, and when he started to offer it to other network marketing companies, what he did was he turned that into an affiliate program. So now what he would do was he would bring people into his world. He would give them his system on the back end. He would actually train them, and then he allowed them to, when they were selling magnetic sponsoring and they were selling these other products, to earn affiliate commissions. And why did he do that? Because he wanted people to actually earn some money up front, regardless if they were making money with their network marketing company. Remember, I had talked about what had happened with previous companies, especially the one that I was in. Right, when the company changed its direction, and people lost everything because they weren't a network marketing company, or they weren't going to be doing multi-level compensation anymore, and people didn't have any customers, and then they didn't know what to do after that. Their business just imploded like overnight. Well, Mike set up this affiliate program so people could build a list, have customers, make money for advertising, and make money up front, regardless of what other opportunity they were on. And so if the network marketing company that they were using didn't work out, or if the company imploded, it didn't matter, because they had this marketing machine. All they had to do is, on the very back end, they plugged in a different opportunity, but they were still making money on the front end with this self-liquidating offer, this magnetic marketing, or magnetic marketing, excuse me, the magnetic sponsoring system. And that was what totally revolutionized and changed the network marketing industry. And that's pretty much it, guys. And like I said, he followed this pretty much the same SLO formula. He had little tweaks that was a little bit different, but for the most part, it is the same process, right? And so again, I hope that kind of gave you a little bit more insight and inspiration to go out and to look at what you're doing and kind of following this framework, so you can shift your thinking to just driving customers straight to your product or service, to a some sort of a free information than a generic information product, so you can fuel that machine, make some money on the front end, building up your customer base, building up your email list, right? And then providing your network marketing service on the back end, right? So in the next video, what I'm actually going to be going over is another top marketer who took the same type of concepts that Mike Dillard had pioneered and put her little spin on it, Ann C, and she turned that into the same type of a machine that Mike Dillard did. And so I'm going to share that with you in the next video. So that's all that I have for you on this one. As always, I hope you're having an awesome day, and I really hope you're enjoying this series. But more importantly, I hope that you're taking these concepts that I'm sharing with you and you start applying them, because once you do, it's going to completely change your business. That's all I have for you for today, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video.